Did you know
Can you hold?
that pornography
hold
causes brain damage?
Hold this. Damn it.
Look,
Hello, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, how's it going? So
Good,
I just
good.
wanted to make you aware.
Good to see you.
You guys are fine.
Yeah, thank you.
They start their event at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, and at 2 o'clock they have reserved Sanford Mall.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you guys know that for the next hour, the free speech is still in play, but once their event starts, they have it reserved, at which time, unfortunately, because it's reserved space for the university, I told them to have a representative to come talk to you guys and let you know that their event is starting, and to ask you to leave at that time.
Well, let me ask you this, because you see, it's the same thing we deal with festivals and stuff, like street festivals, an Apple Festival or something like that. And what they have, there's two different types of permits that they have. So you probably want to check on the permit first, because there's two different types. There's exclusive and non-exclusive permit. And so if this event, if they're not blocking this whole thing off, like roping it off,
it's open to the public.
If it's open to the public and not blocked off, then it's what's called a non-exclusive permit. It means their permit gives them the right to set up like tents and booths and sell things or whatever, which they're normally not allowed to do. But it doesn't alter anyone else's free exercise.
Because we are the public.
I can check in. I can check on that with you. I just know it's a university policy that the space is reserved.
Okay.
And so.
But see, for them to be able to say we can't be here,
becomes discrimination.
You see, if it's open to all the students and the free flow of foot traffic and people come in and out, then to say we can't be here would actually be discriminating, because we're no different than everybody else who's walking
Which is
around.
what I'm going to clarify for you, and I'll have a better answer for you. But to my understanding, as it stands, is when the space is reserved, this is a free speech area. And I'm saying you guys are not stopping now. I'm not stopping you now. I want to be absolutely clear. I'm just telling you at 2 o'clock their event starts, and they have this space reserved.
But if their event, for them to be able to say we can't be here, it would have to be an exclusive permit, meaning the event would have to be by invitation only or by charged admission. Like if a concert venue blocks off a city park that's normally available, but it's blocked off and you can only come in by paid admission, or if they were having a wedding and you can only come in by invitation, that's an exclusive permit, and they would have the right. But if it's still free and open to the public, and students can come and go as they wish and go to their booth or use the sidewalk.
We are the public.
We are the clarification I'm going to seek for you. Just to make sure that, as of right now, I do know that they have this space reserved. From 2 to 5.
Because if
and I will clarify that for you, so that way at 2 o'clock, if they're asking you to leave and you're like no, then obviously I don't want the situation to escalate to the point where you're like, no, we're not leaving.
Right. And this is a very, very serious issue. It's not flippant, and it's not just move 20 feet or something. Because if we start to go down that road, then we'll almost never be able to come and be in this spot ever again, because there's always going to be somebody doing something.
Well, and that's the thing. So
do they let us reserve it?
That, like, obviously you can see that they're setting up, and due to COVID, it is spread out. Versus normally it's like one half of the grass and then the other half is open. Right, and in that time, I'd be like, oh no, you guys are over there, you guys are here, but they're spread out because of the university's stance on COVID.
Will students still have free access to be moving in and out and around?
Well, and that's what I'm going to seek clarification for you on, is that if there is an exclusionary, non-exclusionary type thing, and you are here under that this is a free speech area. It's my understanding, though, that when a space is reserved, if a outside organization is disrupting that event, it's a violation of university policy. And so I'm going off the policy side, not what. So I will clarify that for you.
Because, like I said,
if
they allow students free range to walk around and go where they want, but say we have to leave, then the only difference between us and the student is that we're talking about Christianity, or we have signs which are also available. So it would actually be discrimination if most people are allowed.
If it's open to the public, except for us,
So it's a very, very serious issue to us.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm not here to shut you guys down now. I'm here just to let you know that there is an event scheduled for 2, and I will seek clarification on that for you guys, as far as what happens come 2 o'clock when you're like, well, no, we have the right to be here, etc. Because I understand that, right?
Do they have any unreserved spaces anywhere else on campus?
Well, so the free speech areas that is on a first come, first served basis are Sanford Mall and Durham Park.
Are they both full?
They're
or reserved?
I don't want to.
No, it's not a reserve. Like, so student events, whatnot, they'll reserve space here. And so the university has basically said that this space is reserved during this time for this event. And so any people coming to disrupt it or disrupting it, well, that space is reserved for them. So they, as members of the university, have priority versus non-students or non-faculty, etc., right? But I'll seek clarification on your end of things.
Because if it's a
just so I have
non-exclusive
better-
permit, and if people still have the ability to come and go and walk through here, use the sidewalks, walk through the grass, have a pit fire, et cetera, but we're not, then that's pure discrimination, you know. So it's,
Well, I'll
it's a
check
non,
on it
yeah.
for you, and I got caught off guard because I was out on foot patrol, and they were like, the preachers are on Sanford Mall, and I'm like, well, normally I have the policy on me. That way I can be like,
Yeah,
okay, I can
I've
read
got all
through.
the
Actually, I know you have it. I know
Yeah.
you've shown it to me before.
Do you want me to look at it? Do you want me to grab it?
If you don't mind, just so I can
Somebody
read
keep
over it
preaching.
and glance, and then I can see clarification on some of the,
Oh, here.
the points
Can
you
you
guys
keep?
have.
Can you keep reading?
Has an STD.
We've got to move.
Gonorrhea.
This becomes an issue.
Right, yeah, I'll seek that clarification for you.
Syphilis.
Your name again? I'm sorry.
It's Jacob.
Jacob. Okay.
Heart
Yeah, you've always been fair
beats.
with us and stuff.
And
So.
so, yeah, if
Chlamydia.
makes sense, I'll seek clarification.
Yeah, and we obey.
Get that. No,
Girls.
You guys do. I'm not. I'm
An
not
old
sitting here saying that
man
you're a problem or
Right.
anything like
wants
that.
to get
I
married
understand that people disagree with what you
to a
say,
diseased
how
vagina.
you say it and all that stuff.
Right.
No
I'm not here
man
because
wants
of
to
that.
marry
I've
that.
never been one to be like, ooh, you can't say that.
Right.
And boys,
And
no
so I do
girl
appreciate
wants to
you
get
talking
married
with
to
me.
a
I will seek
diseased
clarification,
penis.
and
Yeah.
I'll have an answer for you.
And maybe if, you know, if you
marry
could show me
that.
something that says they have that right or whatever. And like I said,
And
maybe
it's
worst case
sex
scenario,
for children, and children are for families. Sex is for marriage.
I mean, yeah, I don't know
It's
where they're
not
setting up. I just know they
reasonable
are setting up and it
to
starts
sleep
at 2.
around
So I will be back by
outside
then
of
to
marriage,
have a better
acquiring
answer.
diseases.
That way we can-
It's not your design, and it's not
Good.
reason.
Thank you.
What was
Appreciate
your
it.
name
Not
Money,
wisdom.
buddy.
Buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
Nice
I know
talking
you
to
had
you.
before. It's just, I
Right,
forgot
I'll-
what your name was.
That's
Buddy,
why I'm a
I'll be
slut
back.
San Francisco Giants fan.
Yes, originally,
Yes.
yes.
If you're a slut,
It
I want you to
unfortunately
feel
has fallen
shame.
apart.
that you might change
I had to
your
get a new
ways.
one, but, yeah, I'll
choose
have
a better
some
way of
clarification
life.
for you, buddy, and I'll
Make better
hopefully have
choices.
something to
Think
show you
through
where it
your.
says-
Yeah, and we plan on
Future
staying right here, right
consequences.
against
this
this wall.
is your guys' spot every
Yeah.
time I interact with you, so that's great. So
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'll see you at 2.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
So, body sin.
It's already recording.
So you can't blame anybody or anything for your sin other
That's
than
not
yourself.
clarification. So long as you guys are not blatantly disrupting, overturning tables, and things, you are allowed to be here.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
they were made aware of that.
Okay.
And then that way I'm letting you guys know the same thing I told them. As long as you're not like marching into their event,
Yeah.
this is a free speech area, you are allowed to be here, right?
Yeah, we're outnumbered, so we intend to do that.
So I just wanted to make you guys aware
That's
that after
fantastic.
seeking clarification, the university has established this, so it was my misinterpretation of the
Yeah,
policy.
yeah, no
of-
problem at all.
So I know with events and whatnot, they don't like people disturbing them,
Right.
but you are not part of
Yeah,
the
and
event,
actually
so
we'll
you're actually okay.
we're gonna, all of us, whoever's talking is talking this way, because I was gonna say maybe we'd stand there, but then we'd be more of an interruption, because then our voices would be going that way.
It's,
So
yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that you guys are fine here.
Awesome.
Thanks very much.
We still do ask that if you're going to be out on the pathway handing out flyers or whatever, like sometimes you guys do, that you do have a mask on.
Okay.
There is still a mask policy, but as long as you guys are standing
Yeah.
here, maintaining your 6 feet, you do not have to wear a mask
Let's
while you're
stay-
talking.
Let's stay up and don't go on the wall.
Sounds good.
Let's stay up here.
And so that way, you know, and if someone approaches you and comes within your 6 feet, well, they've approached you.
Yeah.
You are not required to
Right.
put a mask on
Yeah.
because they've now crossed that 6 feet threshold. Right?
Okay, let's have
So-
each of us stay about 6 feet back from the wall and not go down there.
So, but yeah, other than that, you guys are free. It is a free
Thank
speech
you.
area. If you need anything, give us a call. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. So,
You've always been very fair. Thank you, sir.
I try to be. I mean, I understand your constitutional right, and I understand that some people do not agree with it. But that's not my call. That's not what I'm here for. So I want to make sure everyone's well informed. Each side knows what's happening and what's going on. And
Thank you very much.
yeah. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to call, and I'll be out and about. So
I'm going to ask, every time I come here, I'm going to ask for you by name.
okay, yeah. Jacob Crabtree.
Sounds
So,
good. Thank you, sir. I
take care,
appreciate
guys.
it. Thank you, officer. Now that sets a huge precedent, because if we give that up now, they'll have an event here every single day of the school year, and we'll never be able to be here. And this is the spot you want to be at, this campus.
It's big enough.
All right.
and they don't even want to set up tables or booths.